Good evening and welcome to another session with the Market Trader. This evening, I wanted to do a special edition of the weekly review, which also will be a bit of pre-market review in anticipation of the market ahead. Okay. Tomorrow, as we all know, is Labor Day, and Labor Day is going to have an abbreviated schedule here. Equities go until about noon Central Time, and the metals and energy go till about 1:30 Central Time. So in today's session, we will, I guess, do a little bit of a combo weekly review, pre-market review, as I don't anticipate to be doing much in the way of trading during Labor Day. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the charts here, and we're going to start off with our normal market here. And since this is a weekly review, we'll take a look and with the monthly chart of the gold market. Okay, and basically we want to answer the question is, what is the market trying to accomplish? Well, it seems very evident, given the series of higher highs and higher lows, that on the monthly chart that the gold market is trying to continue to make new highs in this market. All right, we have the start of the month here with a slightly higher high open here. Okay, so monthly chart very much bullish. Okay, looking at the weekly chart, again, we have our series of higher highs and higher lows. Potentially maybe a little bit of slowness and momentum to the upside, but nonetheless, we have established here continue to establish or break new highs in this market here. Now, over the last few weeks, we have a series of bearish candles, but still very much inside this bullish candle. We have not made any new lows and haven't made any new lows in this market for some time. Okay, so in preparation for tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the daily chart. So looking at the daily chart, again, I would say over the last few days, we've had some, series of overlapping candles that we have maybe seen a little bit of slowness in momentum to the upside in this market. We had a relatively strong close of the week and of the day on Friday. Okay, and we've opened the day here slightly bearish. Okay, so a little bit of overlapping candle formations. You could potentially even make the case here that we may have a little bit of a double top forming here in this market. All right, looking at the 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart. Again, a lot of overlapping candles. We've kind of bounced away from this 25.60 level. We've managed to breach this level of 25, looks like 25.28 and change, and managed to get and even managed to close below this level here. Okay, so now we've gotten a little bit of reaction at this level here. Okay, we have a little bit of a hammer-like candle forming, but we're about 30 minutes or so from this 4-hour candle closing. Okay, there is a little bit of a demand zone that's been established here. Okay, and looks like we are about to react away from it here. Okay, or we are reacting away from it. So again, that's kind of what I'm seeing on the daily chart. On the bearish side, I see that we have a little bit of a supply zone here above here, at just above, let's say 25.60. Okay, I'm just going to go ahead and color that in as red. So we have a very defined range in this market, 25.30 maybe to the downside, maybe as low as 25.15, up all the way up to 25.60 on the upper end. Okay, so drop it into the 30-minute chart as we head into the week. We'll go ahead and start by drawing our volume profiles and get a feel for what the market is, where price is in relation to the close of Friday. So we'll go ahead and open up the fixed volume profile. We'll locate the opening candle from Friday here, which just about here. Drag that to the 430 bar, which lands us right about here. So you can see that currently, and obviously we're well away from the open, New York Open here, but starting, or actually maybe the tail end of the Asia session, and maybe an hour or so away from the London session, price has kind of managed to close inside value from Friday, okay, for the New York session, okay. Now we are in a bit of, I would say, bearish market or price structure to the downside. We've had a series of lower lows and lower highs in this market. You can, as evident here, you can see that we've made some lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. Okay, so it seems that the natural progression for this market is to the downside, and maybe come back to revisit some of these lows here. Okay, so next order of business for me is to open up the average daily range. Okay, we'll go ahead and open up the average daily range levels. So we can see here we have we have the average daily range high. We are a bit away from the average daily range low, I say around 25.20. Okay, so we'll start to capture some of these levels here. So we have ADR high here coming in at let's call this, what is this level here? ADR high here coming in at 25.5150, 25.5150 is ADR high. We have value area high coming in at 25.45, okay. And then we have let's open up settlement price. I think let's see where settlement price lands. It's just below. So we have point of control here at it's coming in at let's see, about say 25.3520, 35.20. Okay, we have settlement price coming in at 25.27, 25.27.60. Okay, and then we have let's see, looks like value area low is coming in pretty close to the settlement price at 25.2730. So value area low here at 25.27.30. Okay, so we'll forego average session range. Oh, actually, we'll go ahead and capture average daily range low here. Well, average daily range low is at 25.20. Okay, average daily range low is coming in at 25.20. Okay, so we'll go ahead and leave it at that for now. We're gonna forego the average session range since we're quite early in the open of the market, but just to kind of give you a feel here. So I would say that the market is kind of reacting a bit away from settlement price. So as long as I would say price stays above settlement, then we have I guess a reasonable chance for the market to maybe continue higher from this location. If we do close below settlement, then I would say that, and not only below settlement but below value, then we could see some momentum to the downside. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm seeing. A couple of hypos there for the gold market. So we'll go ahead and move on to the crude oil market. Again, serving not only as a kind of a weekly review, but maybe a little bit of a pre-market review for tomorrow morning. Okay, so we'll go ahead and remove some of these drawings. We'll turn off some of these levels here, and we'll go ahead and start with the monthly chart and get a feel for what the market is trying to accomplish. Okay, so again, this is the crude oil market. Okay, so just going to widen this out here a bit. We're going to go ahead and start off with the monthly chart, and ask ourselves the question, well, what is the market trying to accomplish? Well, if we look at the more recent candles, you can see that the market is trying to head lower. Now, if we kind of get a little bit of additional context, you can see that we are starting to break. We've broken some structure here to the downside. We still have some structure remaining here at about 70.90, which we've initially reacted away from, and now have come back to potentially come back to revisit these levels again. We can see here on the monthly chart that we've developed a little bit of a double top, assuming that we can break this low here. It doesn't seem unreasonable that we can come back and revisit, say, the 66 level here in this market. Okay, moving on to the weekly chart. Again, we can see that we're starting to create a little bit of a series of lower lows and lower highs in this market, and we've come into an area of demand that's defined by this area here. Okay, area of demand. Let's see if I can locate my rectangle right there. Okay, so this is kind of an area of demand on the weekly chart. Okay, and we have, I guess, an area maybe around this 81, 82 level as our supply area, right about there. Okay, around 81, 87. I'm going to go ahead and mark this as more of a green color here to indicate that demand zone. Let's see if we can maybe adjust this a hair, maybe capture the wicks. So yeah, it's kind of what we're looking at. It's around 73-ish. Okay, 73, and on the top end about 70, not 72, but 82. Okay, so again, continuing to create a little bit of a series of lower lows and lower highs, but coming into an area of weekly demand. Moving on to the daily chart. Okay, so daily chart, here we are, again, coming up on this same area. We had developed a little bit of a double top, but did not manage to get above this area here, okay, at, let's say 77 and a half, 77 and 35. Just kind of mark that in as red here, okay? So again, assuming that we can get below, let's say 72, then I would say that on this daily chart, it opens up the door for price to maybe to pick up some momentum here and start to revisit some lows here from back in July, August of 2023. Okay. So right now, the idea is that if price does get below 72, that 70 seems to be very much in the cards in this market. If we're not going to break these levels, then we have a reasonable chance of maybe coming off of 70 again and potentially rallying from this 70 level, as we can see that we have a bit of demand here. Okay. So let's move on to the 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart, which is maybe adjust some of our demand levels here. Gonna see if we can shrink this a little bit. Okay, down to something like that. Okay, so that's 71.50. Seems like a reasonable level on the demand side. Does not, if assuming that we can get below 73 here, and we're kind of currently reacting off of 73 at the moment on the 4-hour chart. Assuming we can get below, then I don't see any reason why price cannot revisit this 72 level. Okay. Otherwise, if price holds and maybe creates maybe a little bit of a 3-bar reversal pattern, we could potentially rally from 73 based on the 4-hour chart. Okay, looking at the 30-minute chart. Okay, 30-minute chart, we seem to be creating a little bit of a rounding bottom here in this market. It seems like the downward pressure that we've been getting in the market has begun to, I guess, tire a bit. So what I would like to see is a break of structure here to the upside. Okay, see if we can get let's say above price. See if we can get above 73.30. Okay, maybe this 73.40 level, and that maybe could be the indication, or that we would need that the market has kind of maybe turned, or structure has turned, change of character from bearish to bullish. Okay, so let's go ahead and open up our fixed range volume profile. Let's locate the 6 o'clock, or actually 9 o'clock bar, and move that over to the 4:30 bar Eastern time. Okay, you can see that price is well below value. All right, so obviously there's still a number of bears in control of this market. I'm going to go ahead and open up ADR here and see where we fall on the ADR side. So we can see that we have ADR just below us, and we're kind of on the lower third of the ADR range. So we'll go ahead and start to capture some of our levels here. So we have ADR high here coming in at, let's see, ADR high coming in at 74.67. 74.67, and then we got value area high coming in at 74.11. 74.11. We got point of control coming in at 73.76. Okay, value area low coming in at 73.49, and then average daily range low coming in at 72.41. Okay. So a couple of hypos, I guess, to keep in mind for the open of the market tomorrow is that maybe, assuming we can get maybe a break of this 73.30 to the upside, okay, that could provide us maybe some momentum, certainly up to 73.50, which is the value area low. Assuming we can get a close back inside that, then there's a possibility that if we can rally all the way up to 74. On the bearish side, I would say that this likely scenario, unlike a potential scenario, is that we get back up to let's see, value area low, and fail to continue from that point. Okay. Get up to this value area low level, and then potentially continue with this structure back to the downside. Okay, so those are a couple of scenarios that I'm seeing in the crude oil. One bullish scenario that maybe could take us up to value area low. If we do get a close back inside value, that could provide the requisite momentum maybe for a full rotation through value up to 74. Otherwise, my view is that we'll get up to, say, value area low, and then potentially see a continuation of this current price structure that we're seeing in the crude oil market. Okay, so those are a couple of scenarios for crude oil. I do have some levels here for us to monitor for the open tomorrow. Okay, and a couple of maybe scenarios depending on where price ends up at when the New York market opens tomorrow. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and move on to the equity market. We'll go ahead and start with the ES here. We're going to go ahead and shut down some of our levels here. Excuse me. And let's see, we'll turn this off as well, or some of our EMAs, and we'll look at the monthly chart, okay, and ask ourselves the question, what is the market trying to accomplish? Well, the market continues to try to get to new highs, okay, in this market. All right, we've had a series of higher highs and higher lows. We are starting the month, I guess, a little bit on the flat side. Okay, fair amount of, I would say, fair amount of selling pressure. If I look at this, okay, you can see that we've had a fair amount of selling pressure in this market. Okay, looking at the weekly chart. So weekly chart again. Let's look at the continuous contract here. This will probably give us a better feel. Okay, so here looking at the continuous contract, you can see that we've had a fair amount of sell volume still in this market. Remove some of my drawings here. Okay, so we've established on the weekly chart a somewhat of a supply zone here above. So we'll go ahead and draw that in right about there. Okay. And then on the demand side, looks like based on this reaction here, we have a little bit of demand here. Let's call it around 17,910 area. Okay. That seems to be an area of demand in the NASDAQ. Okay. So that's kind of what we're seeing on the weekly chart. Moving on to the daily. Okay, looking at the daily chart, we are up against that supply zone, the weekly supply zone that I drew. There might be a little bit of an adjustment here that I'm going to make here to kind of further refine my supply zone. Looks like it's reacting away from a minor supply area currently, but there seems to be, I guess, a bit of room to get to this supply zone around 20,500. All right. Moving on to the 4-hour chart. Okay, 4-hour chart. Here we are. We've had a series of lower highs and lower lows. Okay, as evident here, right? Lower lows, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high. Okay, but we haven't made a new lower low. Okay, so this could be the first indication that we might have some buyers in this market, but we still need to get above some price structure here to the upside. Okay, specifically, we need to get above, I would say 19,700. Okay, 19,700 seems to be a realistic resistance level. All right, I'm going to go ahead and color that in as red. Okay, in order for the character of this market to change from bearish to bullish. Okay, so would like to see if I'm a bull, to see price get above this 19,700. In order to really kind of change the character of this market from bearish to bullish. Okay. Moving on to the 30-minute chart. Looking at the 30-minute chart. Okay, we're going to go ahead and draw in our fixed range volume profile. We're going to expand this here a bit. I'm going to move my arrow here some, kind of see if I can expand my volume delta here, although it seems to be rather tight here. Okay, so first order of business, I'm going to go ahead and open up the fixed range volume profile. I'm going to locate the 930 bar from Friday here. Here it is. Drag that across to the 430 bar. And right now we have price just above value, okay, indicating that that maybe the bulls are kind of in control of this market here, okay. So that's kind of what we're seeing from a value perspective. I'm going to go ahead and open up the ADR level, so we're kind of in the middle of the range there. So let's start capturing some of our levels. So we'll go ahead and I'll capture here ADR high here, coming in at 19,774.25. We have value area high, okay, coming in at 19,569. Okay, 569. Let's see, right about, let's see. Okay, good, 567.75. Okay. And then we have point of control coming in at what is that? Coming in at 19,467. 19,467.75. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and open up settlement price, which is coming in above at 19,623, which is above our value range. So we got settlement at 19,623. Okay. And then our value area low, which is actually quite near to our average daily range low, say 19,000, say value area low, 19,433, I think it was. Let's double confirm that. 19,434, actually. And then our average daily range low is coming in at 19,424.50. So average daily range low at 19,424.50. Okay. So as it stands now, okay, before the market, okay, we are about an hour away from the open of London. We are above value, which indicates that maybe there's further upside to this market. Okay. Should price open, or should price enter this value range, we could see a full traversal or full rotation of price through value. Okay. So those are a couple of scenarios that we can see here. As long as price stays above value and can manage to get above settlement, then we could potentially get up to this 19,700 level, and maybe even as high as our average daily range high in the Nasdaq. Okay, so that's kind of what I have for the Nasdaq. We just make sure we kind of make these levels visible. Let's go ahead and move on to the ES. Okay, ES market. Right. So we'll take a look at the ES market. We'll start off with the monthly chart. Okay, and ask ourselves the question, well, what is the market trying to accomplish? Well, it's pretty obvious that the market is trying to continue to head higher, okay, in this market, right? We continue to make a series of higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, higher highs, and higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher lows. Okay. So market continues to be very much bullish. Okay. On the monthly chart, looking at the weekly. Okay. Weekly, we can see that we are equally bullish. All right. We continue to, again, make higher highs and higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs and higher lows. And I guess we're kind of working on a potential next higher high. Looking at the daily chart. All right. So daily chart, we have, again, we're kind of, I guess, in range, I would say, over the last, we've been kind of having a series of overlapping candles. We have maybe a supply area that's been established here. So let's go ahead and draw that in. So this seems to be a little bit of a supply zone that's been established here. We're going to go ahead and draw that in as red. And then we have a little bit of demand, coming in at, was, I guess, what was prior resistance becomes support. So this area right here seems like a logical level for some support in this market. Okay, on the daily chart. Okay, moving on to the 4-hour chart. Looking at the 4-hour chart, again, we can see that we've been getting some overlapping candles of late up against this 5676, 5700 level. Okay, we've been kind of seeing some overlap in price. Okay, some overlap in price along this range here. Okay. So again, a little bit more, I would say, more in range than any sort of significant move in either direction. All right. Moving on to the 30-minute chart. Okay. 30-minute chart. We're going to go ahead and draw in our fixed range volume profile. So we're going to go ahead and locate our fixed range volume profile tool. We'll locate the 930 bar, okay, across to the 430 bar. And here we are, similar to what we were seeing in the NASDAQ. We are indeed above value, okay. Opening up the ADR, we can see that we are still kind of in the middle of the range, daily range for the market. We are below settlement price, and we'll go ahead and open up some of my EMAs. We're above the 169 or 20 EMA, and then there's the secondary EMA here that I often use, and that's I believe my 233-day EMA, both indicating that there is still some positive structure to this market. All right, we're above the 20-day EMA, above the 233-day EMA, and we're also above the value area high. Okay, so let's go ahead and start to capture some of these levels. So we're going to go ahead and open up a text window here and start capturing some of our levels. So we got ADR high coming in at, where's my ADR high? It's well above me. So let's see, it's about 56.89.25, 56.89.25. We got average, let's see, we got settlement coming in at 56.61. Okay, we got value area high coming in at, what is that? Let's see, value area high, move this off to the left here. Value area high coming in at 56.45, 56.45.50. Okay, and then we got, what is it? The point of control coming in at 56.42. Point of control coming in at 56.42.50. Okay, and then our value area low actually our ADR low is going to come in before at 56.23.25. So our ADR low, average ADR low, is coming in at I think, was it 56, 56.23.50. We'll double confirm that. 56.23.50. Let's double confirm. Yeah, 56.23.50, and then our value area low is coming in at 56.11.25. 56. So value area low at 56.11.25 is our value area low. Okay. All right. So what to make of this market? Well, as long as we can stay above value, okay, I would say that we have a reasonable chance for a rally higher. Okay. If price begins to close below our daily VWAP, below our 20-day EMA, and get below our value area high, then we have a reasonable chance for price to kind of rotate through value and get down to, say, ADR low, and maybe potentially down to value area low. Okay. So those are kind of the scenarios that I'm seeing in the S&P. Okay. Well, then we'll close out our review of for the week with a view of the Dow. All right. We're going to go ahead and look at the Dow. And again, looking quite similar to what we've been seeing on the ES as well as the NASDAQ. But we'll go ahead and start off with the monthly chart. Ask ourselves the question, what is the market trying to accomplish? Well, the market is trying to accomplish further upside. Okay. We can see here that the market is, again, trying to head higher. Okay. Looking at the weekly chart. Okay. Weekly chart. We have a series of higher highs and higher lows. We'll go ahead and turn off some of these EMA levels here. Okay. Including the VWAP and including our ADRs. Settlement price also. Okay. Go ahead and remove some of our drawings. All right. So again, we're seeing a series of higher high. Well, this is not quite a higher high. We have a higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high. Okay. So market still seems to be very much in a bullish structure to the upside. Looking at the daily chart. Daily chart, again, we continue to make a series of higher highs and higher lows, okay, in this market. And it seems like we've already kind of exceeded this high with Friday's close, okay? So again, markets remains very much bullish on the daily, okay? Looking at the 4-hour chart, okay, we have a series, again, candles, again, with structure looking to head higher. All right. We have a series of candles that have yet to make a new high. We're hovering right at the top end of this range here, which could potentially lead to maybe the longer we stay in this range, there maybe increases the likelihood of maybe this auction failing to the upside, maybe price heading lower to secure more buyers in this market. Okay, so that's kind of what I'm seeing on the 4-hour chart. Looking at the 30-minute chart on the Dow, we've overnight trading has been relatively flat since Friday. Okay, Friday trading into Sunday's trading has been flat. Okay, we're going to go ahead and open up the fixed range volume profile. We'll locate the opening bar from Friday is right here. Drag that across to the close of Friday, and you can see that we are above value. Okay, indicating that there's still a fair number of bullish participants or bulls holding bullish trades. Okay, Looking at the average daily range, we're kind of in the middle of the range, above value. Looking at some of our EMAs, we're right on top of VWAP. We are above, I believe we're above our 233-day EMA. We are also above our 20-day EMA, all indicating that there might be some further upside in this market. Okay, so let's go ahead and close this off with add some of our levels. So we have ADR high coming in at, let's see, we're going to call it 41,815, 41,815. Okay, and we have what's in between here. Let's open up settlement price. Make sure, yeah, we have settlement price coming in at 41. Got settlement coming in at 41,653. Okay, we got value area high coming in at 41,547. So value area high 41,547. We got point of control coming in at 41,468. Point of control coming in at 41,658. Actually, not 658. Four. Let's call it 44,66. Okay. And then we have our ADR low coming in at, let's see, coming in at 41,414. ADR low at 41,414. And then we have our value area low coming in at 41,344. 41,3. So you got average. What was we got? Value area low at 41,344. It's kind of what we have here. Still confirming that. Yes. So what to make of this market? Well, as long as we can have price remain above value, remain above this 20-day EMA, and manage to get above settlement, I would say that we have a fair opportunity to get to maybe have price reach the average daily high area. Okay, if we are unable to get above settlement and we start to break below this 20-day EMA and ultimately close maybe somewhere inside value, then I would say that we have a fair opportunity for price to continue and maybe make a full rotation through value from Friday. Okay, so right now I would say that the fact that we are below settlement price, we're kind of in an interesting area where we could potentially see price falter here. Okay, to the downside. Okay. But I would say that I would first want to see price get below this 20-day EMA and maybe even potentially below this value area high before I would entertain any short trades in this market. If in turn we instead price closes above settlement, then I would probably, this would be more in line with a continuation trade or continuation move for the current structure that we've been in, the current dominant structure we've been in, which is to the upside. Okay. So that's kind of what I have, I guess, coming in, I guess, for the week, as well as kind of a preview of tomorrow's market in the absence of really being a heavy participant in tomorrow's Labor Day session. Okay. So we'll pick it up again in earnest on Tuesday with a pre-market review at our normal time at 7:30 Central Time. This will serve as kind of a combination weekly preview and pre-market review for the abbreviated session, since I will not be available to provide you with a pre-market review just prior to the New York session. So as we close with every session, we want to trade well. We want to trade well, trade safe. We want to trade like a pro. We want to be a market trader. Here's to a good week in trading.